Light is going to have a bit of a tech disadvantage because he's going to be basically focused on those raids. He doesn't have the barracks necessary to go make Marines right now, and he doesn't have a factory at all. So basically, he's going to have to depend on those raids, which is going to be very interesting because as we know, Kwanro is a very, very big Ling player. So if Kwanro can somehow get Lings past that barricade at Light's door, that'll be GG. Light should be putting up something at his door if he's going to try and hold that door, or try to put up some more barracks or something like that. He needs to get something to counter Lings because he's got to expect Lings from Kwanro. I mean, that's what Kwanro does, is he goes Mutiling. Light getting his economy back up there, but Kwanro in the meantime has his economy harassed at all. Light, it looks like he's like trying to hide his raids until the cloak upgrades or something like that, depending on those missile turrets. And somehow Kwanro knows that they're there or something, or maybe he just expects them to be there because they're not in his main. No, he's just okay. Kwanro's just kind of moving troops around there, and Light's raids stay hidden after all. Kwanro does have speed upgrade overlords, which is good because that's one of the things he needs to worry about with those wraiths is getting his Psy hunted down. And Kwanro flying his overlord out there is going to spot those wraiths. The overlord gets taken out. Now Kwanro going in with a significant amount of Mutalisks. He sees those wraiths, and now he's going to go after them. He needs to take out those wraiths. He knows in order to get basically get an advantage. And he was trying to take them out before they were right next to those turrets, but now they're camped among those turrets. Those wraiths are protected now. Light just does not have the econ to build much right now. I was going to say, like, I wonder why Light isn't building up any other forces but those raids, but it's because he really doesn't have the economy to. Meanwhile, Kwanro has his economy way, way, way up and running. Two intake nodes. And finally, Light building another barracks over here, and looks like more turrets or something like that. So Light basically kind of having to bunker in right now, amazingly. Yeah, just bunkering in, building a bunch of turrets, and maybe he might be planning on switching back to Medic Marines by getting that other barracks, but it's possible also that he's just getting the barracks so he can get another factory to go for Goliath. And they do have cloaking technology now. That's another reason why Kwanro had those speed upgrade overlords. The overlords come in, they're able to chase down those, and he has 3 overlords, so Light is not just going to be able to go in and kill off the one overlord and then start picking away at the Mutalisks. Basically, Kwanro chasing down Light's forces here. Light smartly splitting up his forces. It looks like he's going to lose that bunch, or some of it. They're very damaged now. So chasing down that force. His secondary force, though, going for Kwanro's main. This is going to be key. If Kwanro can do some actual damage here, then... I'm sorry, if Light can do some actual damage to Kwanro's economy here, then that might be something that can get him back in this game. But he's going to have to do a lot of damage here. Kwanro, though, in the meantime, bringing all of his forces back to his main. Light is probably going to lose no, Light running his raids out, so he's going to keep those raids. Basically, it depends now. These raids are basically neutralized, so it depends now on what Light is doing back in his own base. If he's getting substantial forces back in his base, if he's getting some Medic Marines out right now or something, then he might have a chance. And Kwanro just running in an Overlord there just to kind of see what's going on. And he's seeing that there's more barracks going up, so he's going to expect that there. Kwanro, in the meantime, though, has an absolute shit ton of mutas in there. Look at this huge flight of mutalisks. Oh my god. Once Kwanro has basically just been, he's ignored the links, he's been just getting mutalisks, and I saw he got another hatchery. He does not have a lot of drones mining actually his minerals, but he's just been producing all of his minerals into mutalisks, and now he's breaking down that front door, which is going to be extremely bad for Light there. Light picking off several drones in Kwanro's main, but Kwanro's just going to ignore it. Kwanro going all in. Kwanro bringing... Oh, Kwanro just has too many forces. He has enough forces to bring back to his main to try and counter those raids, and enough forces to go in and attack Light's main, trying to take down those barracks there. It looks like Light did just go for straight raids, and Kwanro just absolutely just brute forcing, taking the hits from a couple turrets just to take down that barracks. And this is what Kwanro does best, is just absolute brute force here. There's a lot of turrets here, though, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to take that out. Kwanro realizes there's too many turrets there, and he's going to fall back a little bit there with his forces split up. If he'd been able to attack with all of his forces, I think he might have been able to do something there. But Light smartly getting a lot of forces there. In the meantime, Light has picked off almost all of Kwanro's economy. Oh, I didn't even see that. Kwanro has another base up at least, but Light has completely picked off. Light has built up a sizable amount of raids, and at this point, I'm going to have to give their air forces to be nearly even now, depending on how they're able to micro their forces there. It depends on who's going to win these air battles right now. Light trying to desperately save those raids because he knows that he needs to keep those around. If he loses those raids, Kwanro will have the advantage. But at this point, though, if Light can hold out for another minute, Light has the economic advantage now. He's picked off almost all of Kwanro's drones. Kwanro basically now reduced to the army that he has at hand, the air force that he has at hand. If Light can manage to micro his wraiths around and pick off Kwanro's army, his air force, then he will have a definite advantage and just be able to waltz in with those raids and take him out. Kwanro trying to do some harassment here, trying to keep Light's medic marine force down, trying to take out another barracks there. So Kwanro, luckily, I mean, that's one of the good things about being Zerg. If you have those 4 hatcheries there, you can produce your economy back up again relatively quickly. Kwanro, it looks like, has gotten one of his bases back up again. Here we see Light's first-person view here. He's organizing his wraiths a little bit. He does he does know about that base in the top left, in the 12 o'clock position. For some reason, he is producing medic marines as well. So I might actually give the advantage to Light here, as much as Kwanro has that. Okay, here we see Kwanro's first-person view now. Organizing his air forces again. It looks like he is mounting for some sort of an attack. He knows that he needs to keep Light on the disadvantage, keep Light on the defensive, because he just saw firsthand that if he lets Light get out of his base and go offense, then he's going to get his economy picked off. And here, Light going in again with some raids, doing some very good hit-and-run tactics with his raids, and Kwanro running all of his drones out very smartly. I'm surprised Kwanro hasn't gotten some spore colonies or something up like that. Maybe he just doesn't have the resources for it right now. Kwanro chasing down some of Light's raids. Light needs to save those raids. Okay, so there's no Overlord around. Light very smartly cloaking the raids and getting them out of town. So Light is doing an excellent job, I have to say, of keeping Kwanro pinned back, which is exactly what he needs to do. He needs to pin Kwanro back long enough to get his economy back up and running and get his forces back up and running. They're showing upgrades there. It looks like Kwanro actually has level 2 attack on his Mulus, but here's the main problem that you can see the Korean commentators are pointing out right now. Light is starting to run low on minerals in his main, and he does not have the forces right now to really take a secondary. Well, he does have some medic marines there, but he's not quite ready to push out. He really needs that expansion, though, because if he is still stuck in his main base when those minerals run out in his main base, then he's going to be absolute toast.